Lord's Bank Village, best village in the entire country, I believe. Um, um, I feel the badges for um, um, that 200th edition of Guns Racing Club has now come to an end. The race behind us is the 200th edition of this race, and so um, we'll be left without some races that had attracted some very good um, races. Mr. Guns did some very good. Apart from the 200 weekly event, he also did some classics as well for us. He did some race for the elites, and twice a month he has open race as well for the elite. So the elite will feel the pinch as well because the elites already don't have no race to ride of late. So Mr. Gunn was the only person having couple races for them. So they were left with none. The little that you have shall be taken away. So they should feel harder than us. Club races have different. We have weekend riders club, and we have different individual having races for us. So um, we will feel the pinch, but we have other races as well. So I'd like to go through Mr. Gunn's 200 edition the finale. Mr. Guns called me today as well. We spoke a bit, um, and he expressed his. Um, he said it was heart wrenching for him to come to this decision, but the time has come um, for him to do it, and so I'll discuss a little as we were in the weekend runners club as well. I'm going to discuss a little on racing in these races, the effect of races, the effect of financing races, and so I'll touch on a little bit as we were in the weekend runner chat this week. Many of the technical guys discussing races, and the Bennett had some nice um, some nice words for us to let us know where we came from and where we are today, and the effects that some of those races cause us to suffer in the end results. I'd like to thank all those watching abroad. I have several people call me today from Atlanta. You have a riding club, Atlanta's club, which includes Bida and a couple, about 3 or 4 Bidas in that club. A lot of Americans in that club, but they have a big club. I think the club nearly have 150 members riding in, and they have some races, but they do mostly training ride, and they like to come down to Belize and do some of our races. They say they want a package deal to come down. They bring about 30 to 40 of their members to come down. That should be great as well. And I have other people looking from all about in the country as well as in the Middle East. My cousin is in the Middle East, and so he said that he continued to enjoy and love the show. So, because I want to call no name and I want to tell you because you're a high intelligence. So, I can say that he's on a battleship in the Middle East. So, I pray for you and your team, cause that everything goes well. That God takes care of you out there. No, it's dangerous at times out there, and so continue to enjoy the show. Continue to enjoy. Um, I like to pick up the road runners club as well. Cycling, we're a bunch of most of us are old actually. There are some young guys in that Ellen and Sons is the main. Police they try push me for make a fool up, but I try my best to not fool up between. So I enjoy the show time, man. So 200th edition of the Guns Racing Club, GRC. Um, it was on Saturday. It was Saturday, and Brandon Catus continued his dominance. He won last week with the elites, and this week it was a B race only, and so Brandon Catus was first. Second place was Henry Moreira. I think Henry Moreira for Bundle of Joy, Brandon Catus riding for Running Rebels, and third place was Dwayne Wade riding for I think BZ Boys, and that was the top three. And then we go to to the top B. Top B, first place was Warren Covey. Second place was Isaiah. Look like Isaiah Wallace there. And third place went to Guavillon. I think they gave over 60 prize in this race as well. So there was 60 prize. First place was Warren Covey. Second place was Isaiah Wallace, both of from Team Santino. And third place was Leave Me Alone, Kenneth Butler. So that round of the race, the top 60, the top B, and the three top A's overall. It was a great race. I look at the race, it was a fantastic race. And like I said, it was a bit little sad looking at the race because you realize that the end has come and people are encouraging Mr. Guns to continue in it and so only the future no one can tell what will happen in the future, but we look around and we see if we continue with this particular this particular outing. Um, easy, easy. Joe was here with me earlier. We were preparing, and at the last minute, he got a call that he had to rush out to get something urgent. So Joe left us right before the show started. So, but no problems, we go handle by ourselves. This weekend pass also saw the first section of our national race. It was the national time trial um, for the elite. I think we had masters, U23, juniors, youths, and in the women we had women elite, um, juniors and youth, and I think in the juniors we had junior and youth, and then we had the elite, the masters, and the U23. That edition um, in that race, no doubt. It was no surprise that Corey Williams um, blew away the field. That was no surprise to no one. Of course, not myself, as we knew that Corey Williams is the one of the best time trialists um, in our country. Last year, he won the time trial and the road race, and last year he also was third at the time trial in the Caribbean Championship. Was third. He got third in the time trial, so that is one of his disciplines. And riders will have to know because people just like pull out bike, close to time trial, jump on the bike and do a time trial. Time trial is a special discipline. You also show up on that and win that and ride that. So that's a race of truth. Nobody that's not a race of no lie. You know, sit down, sit down by nobody, there's no breeze. Whatever speed you want to do, you could try to do. If you can do it, you do it, and if you can't do it, you also do it. That's time trial. Rough race, tough. They call it the race of truth. And so we saw some we saw Corey dominated that race. I think he the retirement of Corey. Corey Lam did 42 minutes 27 seconds for about 19 and a half to 20 miles. He should average something over 28 miles an hour, 28.5. That there about second place. So this is the elite time trial, the elite males time trial. Corey Williams from Miami Blazers was first. Jeremy Gonzalez from G Flow was second in a time of 45:29. Corey beat him by 3 minutes 2 seconds. Then Corey won on all Emmanuel was second, third, everybody. Corey won on everybody. So just show that Corey is at an high level in time trial, and all riders are not prepared for time trial. That is scary to be seen. Eric Trop from G Flow as well was third in the time trial in a time of 46 minutes 48 seconds. Corey beating him by 4 minutes 21 seconds. That's the top three. Gold, silver, and bronze in the time trial. Lovell, I think Giovanni Lovell was fourth. Hollister Baptist was fifth. Josh Rivas was sixth, and Gian Lovell was some of them rode that time trial. The time gap was some nearly 12 minutes, 3 seconds from Corey to the last place in that particular elite category. So it showed that. But clearly, all riders are not ready for time trial. That is clear to see. Lovell was such a great time trialist. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if Lovell is in condition and more so for a time trial. And so Lovell got beat over 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 seconds. So it's clear to be seen that these guys are not training for no time trial because Lovell won't get beat that bad to me in a time trial. I can vote for Lovell. And so it shows you're not ready for that time trial and have to get into it and have to do it. Actually, we I think no time trial enough for we curricular abilities. We don't go time trial races per se. So we were one time trial national. Nobody was prepared for just jump on bike and go on it. So the results is clear of when you fail to prepare, then you better be prepared to fail as well. So that was the masters. That was the elite versus male elite. So I'll go to the U23 male. Where is that? That's youth. All right. Results male U23. And that was no surprise as well. Director Area, I think, may be going into his last U23 year, was first in a time of um, 45 minutes, 50 seconds. So himself also got beat over 3 minutes from, actually, Korea ran him down as well. So he got beat over 3 minutes from Korea as well. Second place was Jalen Briseño, U23, rider from G Flow. Chavera was from G Flow as well. So second place, silver medal went to Jalen Briseño in a time of 48 minutes, 1 second. So that's the U23 second place. And then in third place, U23 went to Rolling Shatters cycling team. That is might be Delton Rojas in a time of what? Delton Rojas did a time of 9 minutes, 19 seconds. And then I don't see the time for the last place. Four-person Seatong cycling was Jamie Murray, but I think he not start. He might not start. I doubt it. Yeah, it did not start. So on the 300 road, first place was Chararia, Derek, Jalen Briseño, both of G Flow, and third place was Rolling Shatters, Delton Rojas. So that's the top U23 riders in Belize. I think next year, Chararia might go out that class, and so Jalen and Delton were going to battles again. Because they had some great battles in junior, and then they take it up to the U23 level. So that's the U23 male. Let me find the Masters male, and this was a heated one as well. First place was Gyro Campos. Gyro did a great time trial. Gyro had been practicing across country a lot in time trial because he called me and asked me for some tips, and he was pushing the limits because sometime that he sent back to me, I know he was doing great. I told him also before the race that the only person he will have to beat to win is the old veteran lion Liam Short. Liam Short, I must tell you, have run this time trial over 12 years. The only time I think he loses, if I'm not mistaken, the right here, Gyro beat him. He missed a year, I think Babu win 1 year, but Liam didn't right. So Liam has been undefeated in this discipline, time trial, 12, 13 years. So Gyro Campos came and unseat him. But I must say, in defense of Liam, that Gyro Campos is close to 25 years younger than Liam as well. So, but not taking none from Gyro, he has improved and he's doing the discipline. He's training hard, and so congratulations, Gyro. Gyro did that time in a time of 47 minutes 1 second, and Liam Short did 47 minutes 2 seconds. I think it's like close to the same time. Short finished 1 second. Gyro Campos conceded Liam Short, the great Liam Short. Third was Ken Bob Gabriel in a time of 50 minutes, 15 seconds. So Jairo Liam was far from Bob's time, 50-15 for 3 minutes. Jairo beat him. So just so that when you practice the discipline, you're great. And so Jairo did a great time. Brennan Matos was fourth, Ken Rice Mosladin was fifth, and Jody Williams was sixth. Jody time was 53:29. So Jairo beat from the first to the sixth place over 6 minutes gap. That is showing you because not only a time trial, the first five riders are within seconds of each other, not more than a minute, minute and a half. So the time is telling you that Belizeans are not ready and they're not training, and hence they're not ready to ride a time trial, and that's why you're seeing these time gaps and riders getting beat so badly in this particular way. If you have any comments, I think you can hit me up at 601-2039. If you have any question, I'll be happy to answer your question if I can. If I can, then I'll bluntly tell you I can. So that gives you the three male, the top category, which is elite, U23, and masters. And so now we go to the let me go to the junior, the junior, and then the youth. I think they have a youth too. So first place was from Balvalan, T Balvalan, Keith Enright. Keith Enright show by Keith. Nice one, Keith. He did it 30 minutes flat. Keith Enright Jr. from Balvalan. Second was Devin Major. Astral Bella got the bronze medal. Let me Astral from Balvalan as well, and G Flow Major. Um, Major was beaten by 124. Surprised that gap was a bit big. 124 between first and second. And then 32, 35, another 2 minutes and change to Astral Belay in third place. That's the top three. Fourth was Jamal Tablada. Fifth, Khalil Gentle. 18, Jashan Aldana. 7, Demil Williams. Joseph Lam. 8, Malachi Mavic. 9th, and among the top 10 was Cameron Crawford. Cameron Crawford time was, let me see the difference. Time 30 minutes flat was first, and Cameron time was 40:02. So it's really 10 minutes. So between first and 10, it's that 10 minutes gap, which cements my point that I'm talking about. So that's the junior section. They should have a youth. Let me see, male youth. Who is male youth? No. Ahmad Charrington. No, this is the kid I'm telling you about. This guy, he built I think like an water tank or something. He built like a tank. G4 second team. Now he is a rider that they say you will come up and be top in the U23 and the elite chart. Ahmad Charrington, Major, Keaton Red Jr. was the three top riders I see in that class. So let me see his time. His time was 29:57. See? The youth did a better time than the junior. Look at this. By 3 seconds, 29:57. Keaton Red did 30 minutes. He did 29:57. That's exceptional. I don't think I've seen this before. Second was silver medals Carmine Smith and Johan Choto from Charea Cycling. Was Carmine was from Valvoline, and Charea Cycling Choto. Let me see the time difference there. 29:57 to 32, 23 minute and a half. Beat the second place, and then he beat the close to three, after 2.5 minutes, and then he beat next one close to 3 minutes and 2:58. So most respect to Ahmad. He's definitely riding like a champion. So big respect. So that's first, second, and third. Joseph and Burns. Fourth was Patrick Joseph. Sixth. Fifth was Caleb Ortega. Sixth, Tyon Chi. Seven, Jaroy Gladden. And we only top 8, I think, was Tristan McCoy. You see the gap between the was 50 minutes. Was 40 minutes. So again, It's over 10 minutes between first place and last place in that category. So it's showing that you guys need to get on your bikes and need to practice time trial more. Don't wait until the nationals to pull up the bike and start to prepare for time trial. Prepare for it in advance, 3, 4 months before, from January, February, start the time trial and prepare yourself. So I bring out all the male results. I don't touch all the male. So let's go to the females now. I'm surprised this year I saw a masters male, female, and also a U23 male, female. I haven't seen that before. So let me start with the women's elite first. Women's elite first. Only three participants was there. Chariot cycling, Patricia Chariot was second. Chariot cycling second place. Sisters, Paulita Chariot, and third place, Natalie Lovell from Lovell Cycling. So that was the gold, silver, and bronze. 36.52 first place, 38.25 second place, minute and a half, and 39.18 2.5 minutes to the third place. That wasn't that bad. That gap there wasn't that bad. But this was an elite category of the women's. Then let's do the U the U23 women. Only one participant from Imana cycling team, Selena Baldera, alone, solo, did a time of 41 minutes 51 seconds for 10 miles. So it showed that these women aren't prepared for time trial, and so they just ride, and whatever the result is that's what only forget on a time trial bike or on a bike and prepare for time trial. That's the one big. Women's masters. First time I say this, I never think they got woman master in the past. One participant again, Diana Velasquez from Travel Cycling. Masters. You have to be what 35 for B masters. So Diana Velasquez, I'm not too familiar name at all. She did a time of 39 minutes, 53 seconds as well. So it's showing that the males and the females need to get back on the bike there. So that's the elite and U23 and masters, three of them females. And now we should go now to the women's junior. That shouldn't be hard to tell. More likely must be Bakke. Yep. First place, Irene Bakke from William Racing Development was first, and second on to the road, Chelsea Gillett was second. Bakke did a time of 38 minutes 35 seconds, and Chelsea did 40 minutes 16 seconds. Minute and a half as well gap. Not too bad. So that's the junior woman junior, and we sugar the women's youth for finishes out. Where is the women's youth? But I don't have it, boy. You know, maybe no it also women's youth. I think they have some couple women's youth. I see it in the family, sir. All right, I didn't get it. So women's junior. Oh, another women's youth, boy. Okay, so that must be it. That's the national time trial results from last week Sunday's national time trial CFB. This weekend brings up the I talk about it there now. The M&M team went out again to Oregon. M&M is number one in participation, always going out on trips, Rocky Matos and crew. And they went to Oregon, that are known for play with lone crew climb, cold, everybody showed me, hillside got on snow. No. They're not get me out there. And the last climb in a race carrying nearly 8,300 feet. No. Mm-hmm. Big up Roque, and Roque in the quick for the burn 25 plus was got a second place, and Roque Matos in his 50 plus also got a second place as well. So congratulations um, to these guys for taking a cool route in Portland, I think Portland, Oregon, to do that race. There was a two stage, basically a quick and a hills race. So the hills race was tough. The last climb was 13.5 miles with a average grade of 6.5%. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll make it. Okay, so big respect to M&M engineering team for that master's performance. This weekend brings up now the male version of the National Road Championship. I think the course, let me just quickly, the course should be Roaring Creek, take a left into Mountain Pine Ridge Road and go to the end San Antonio Road. Should be something like 35 miles out and come back and finish 35 miles and be 70 miles. Of course, was cut down because they should have gone from Roaring Creek, gone back to Cayo, and they came up to Roaring Creek for 100 miles. So that course was cut down drastically. So they are doing, I think, about 70 miles in this particular race. It also brings up first time the Federation is introducing Masters 40 plus, 50 plus, and 60 plus in this year's version of the National Road Championship. Um, I think they ride right from Roaring Creek to Cayo and back to Roaring Creek. That 40, 50, 60 thing. We should have some great guys in 40. I also Hen on the ride, Brandon on the ride, um, couple guys, Smokes might be riding, but some of the guys, I think Baba and Liam, I think going to the Masters, the 35 plus Masters in the elite level. So they'll be the elite, Master 35 plus, and the U23 ride the same 70 mile race um, this Sunday coming up. Should be should be an interesting race. Um, I don't know who I was going to win this one. I'll try. Kaleman, remember me on me talk. You always the. I got talk to Kaleman now, man. Me and Kaleman ride through link with of across country. And me and Kaleman have a gentleman discussion again. We normally talk. I'm a Lee boy, you know. We got really, we got really setbacks and things, but I'm a Lee boy nevertheless. Have to always big up him because I've seen what him and his wife have done and took his kids. The level that he took those little boys is phenomenal and can't bash him for that. So Kalaman I'm a Lee boy. But Kalaman me and discuss and we say that we agree. People tell me that anybody have to win, anybody your son they have to win the jersey because when they go out there they get sponsorship and that kind of thing. But me and discuss and you tell me your kids are not getting no sponsorship being the national champion believes. Okay, I'll take away for Kalaman. So this weekend no Kalaman like on jersey, no get you nothing, or your kids nothing. Man, you must go ride this one for driving man. Make driving anything. Calvert man. Make driving think it's the championship because no look play with because we look at the numbers, we look at everything Kalaman. Driving at the wood club Kalaman make driving with his hand bitches. I don't think we're not gonna look commissioner for people that don't want to sprint. It's a be a 1-2. It might be a 1-2. That Justin right I was told. So this look like a 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that look like that to me when I look on that coalition yeah, enough. I don't think I'm not gonna commission man. So I'm gonna ride this one for driving man. Make sure I'm back win this one I bet you. And then next year Justin don't win, Corey don't win, two and don't win. So driving the only one. Travel take all in U23 next time it's going elite. Next year I get travel with D1 too. But this year I have a silver back, man. I hope you put silver back to win this one man, on Sunday. So that the Cuban national team coach I think is in tongue as well. Um, is in tongue is in Belize. I think supervising, observing the riders, looking at I think he might be helping picking the national team for what not for go. We are host the Caribbean Championship in October. So I think he look on the riders then that are performing that represent Belize in that particular venture. Um, should be good. Cuba has great cyclists. Cuba has gone great far in cycling, and so a coach from Cuba should be able to help us. People were wondering what was the the language barrier because he speaks Spanish and with a Creole or English. But I'm sure somebody else can interpret it for them. People, they like a ask meeting, make a ask, like they don't want to ask. I don't know why not feel ask the federation. I won't have to me for make I ask for no. But I told them that I'm sure that they got an interpreter we can interpret between him and the riders when he's speaking or when he I know sure he got these seminars and stuff. So I'm sure there'll be an interpreter to interpret to the riders as he speaks from his, I believe, from his world of knowledge. Should be a great coach, I believe. Um, so that's all for cycling. We could speak this week. But what I was telling you earlier, we were on the chat group. I think we can watch chat group, and this week we were discussing um, the races and the effects of finance of races and stuff. And we, Mr. Gunn's name came up in respect to Mr. Guns having races and taking money from his pocket for each 200 additional race. No one will sponsor, so he take out of him pocket. He might get a little help in at the classic thing tour, but he still use some of his. Yeah, Mr. Guns always go along in a pocket for how his races. And so I was telling him that like rumbling the whole road, we got the race. I was telling him 100, 75, 50 for each category should be enough for riders, especially for magnitude. We are already all over the hill and stuff. We don't need for the ride for no. We aspiration can be that we want to start to ride for races for try mind free family because cyclists will have to know that no, I mind race on it only depends on racing, I believe, even at elite level for mine on a family, on have it coming. On the children want die after us, on the children generally and die, on a wife want die, eventually on die. So nobody went to school, so we don't kind of depend on cycling as a mean out. So we were discussing that. Somebody said Maxton cycling, excuse me, may have been that. So now we start that race and we start to try outdo each other. And some of that cause the breakdown in a race as well. And we were discussing that the federation should look at um, some of the bigger sponsors in races and maybe telling that whether I want to use the money for races, a two-fold blessing. So Quem Classic give good money. Alfred Parks organization give great money too. Anthony Maros came up this year with the Rumble in the Jungle, whatever. The 20,000 prizes. Cross country gives a lot of prizes. I was telling them that's the reason why people flock to our shows to the cross country because if cross country get 10 or 15,000 dollars, 7 or 10 or 5,000 euros or 7,500 euros, none of Americans racing in the States race for the type of money there. You have to get to the top of the top of the top of the top for race for the level of 75 USC. I think the close out of Dustin and anybody race for $500, I think. So even Belize or club, Santi had tours where he give $3,000 Mr. Guns, cross country gave 2,500, weekend was gave 1,500, 1,200 for the classics. And I think that are some of the problems that cause cycling to be in the shambles that is now because sponsors are few. Like it says that people are big every time. So if the club is the big, the sponsors, our federation, the big the sponsors, then man, upright there's limited money to go around. So Mr. Guns may have felt that pinch in him having the amount of races he did. I mean, if you got 200 races are close, you can only you only shy about eight races for the 4 years of racing, or 52 weeks in a year, Mr. Guns on it. So if you look 52 times 4, 208, and Mr. Guns went 200. So you tell her the magnitude of races he had and the amount of finances he used in his own out of his own pocket to have those races. And so it's really a travesty when you look at it. And so maybe the federation needs to look at that. Need to look at try to bring racing to that level where I was telling the big sponsors, ask them to let the federation use the purse that they give for maybe a twofold. So you use half your money for a race or maybe three quarter, and I hold back one quarter it so that we can do all these smaller races down the stretch. That way you can spread the races, um, you can spread the races and then you have further races in Belize. Caleb, I think Joe is back. Um, so I think Joe is back. I think I'm someone now. Yeah, so we could have then that way the federation could then have more races, and then we're not having a problem for the federation now a race from the cross country to the national championship. So it's something to look at. The federation can look at, but we were looking at it at a smaller level, at the club level, where we can drop some of those prizes in our races. Santé have a story because drop it. Santé might spend 10,000 a tour. Santé might go spend maybe only 3,000 a tour, and then Santé got 3 tours. So we are looking at it at our small level. So if Santé what's the 10,000 and got 3 race, you got a race for 3,500 a race, which is good to be for we old folks, and that way we can. What we do? Do is back. Can you want to start the video?
Enough. I'm going emergency, man. My apologies.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
If we showing up good story.
Yeah.
Send them. All right. Hey, Joe, I got 2 more I think I read, but I was on just now. Which may have been the reason why Mr. Guns dropped out of look.
Yeah, I was hearing it. Yeah.
The financial burden on him.
Yeah, I said it. He who feels it knows it. Remember, I said that sometimes ago on the show. That he who feels it knows it. So big respect and salute to Mr. Guns
Definitely.
as he wind down.
Depart.
Yeah. Well, he can't depart.
Yeah, he can't depart. I asked him, Mr. G can't depart.
They can't depart.
He was. I heard the man because he was sad.
Yeah.
He was sad. I mean, if you do so 200 weeks, Joe, you want
a lot of love.
Yeah, Mr. He knows. So I'm telling you. Let me just explain quickly, Mr. God. You got people who run race like Weekend Warriors, and Santé, and other guys. But I'm telling you, the love that Mr. Gun show I wake up every Thursday morning, you know.
I have a race.
I come out there.
Yeah.
Here, Uncle Ray.
Yeah.
Cycle.
Kick, uncle.
And he go there, hit the man in a race. A race done, get interview. You see, go along a pocket, I take a little loot, and he get it. That then I find pocket now.
Yeah.
So Mr. Gunter, so we have to feel on the way, even though exiting myself, Mr. Gunter, more money now. You got more money,
but he do it for love.
No, that's what I'm saying. He has the love of cycling in him. For making it up for 200 weeks. Yeah. He has to have great love, no baby love, great love for the sport of cycling. So and Mr. Gunter help a lot too. In a while, Mr. Gunter start to like have race for lonely young boy. I think I call it up and
he do a lot. He do a lot.
The elite guys as well.
Just before I come on the scene, you were saying it kind of difficult because the pool at circle in Belize small. And so you go wrong and wrong to the same person.
Same person can go big.
They get
the same people where we can otherwise big.
Yeah.
So my main point I was saying that the federation needs to take a stand that we are taking a stand in a free club races.
Yeah.
That the sponsorship we ask that maybe the money spent both up in more than one. Like Santé got $9,000 tour. We have Santé, give it $3,000 tour.
Oh, for making a more race.
The more races, federation have looked at series like Classic, Alfred Parks Committee, Anthony Maras spent about 20,000. Rumble in the jungle, 20,000.
You know, spend one on the boulevard too?
He do that too, that's like, but if you ask them for box and money now too, the riders don't have to accept. I was telling them cross country 75 US, don't for pay no Americans, no. Jim don't even know 7,000 US to America. You win that. You give $500 and $600, then they win the states, okay?
Yeah.
So we need for smaller prices. That way we can have more races, though.
Well, that one way do it. Therefore,
But what we
one way
want, I think the queen of we club, we going to that. We can remember that everybody we going to that, and we are push that we know they give me a lot of money. So if a man get 5,000 race here, next 2 months you know no race, 2 months you know race.
So I want to
get
spread
1,000, got 5 race.
But he have a structure that was one of the stuff Bizet mentioned, that he believed that all these clubs should come under the federation, but that has something to develop and get going.
Of course.
I just before I came, I heard you mention, and I want to go back, but I want to go back.
Go back, man.
Yeah, that they don't got much competition for the national road race, and so you just say your boy Kalman should have just give it up to
Get driving.
Get driving.
So if that doesn't mean none over, so get driving one bedroom.
Who say no mean nothing over so?
Me a Kalaman spoke.
Boy, that jersey mean a lot. But Kalman will never tell you that.
But why Kalaman not tell me that financially that about too?
No, not if we will wear the national jersey for your country, and then two boy them big.
Boy, not feel good that we are. Why
I feel good, but why you
but why not look good for our driving too?
Yes, man, I have a good fan driving. But you make a statement where you say no mean.
No,
He don't mean lacto.
No, because people are telling Kalaman and we that they get financial blessing from the win, from the jersey.
I don't believe that.
Kalaman tell me they get, so I go in Kalaman Paris.
Well, I don't know that you have a one. You and he have a one-on-one.
Yes,
but I'm
well,
saying to you that jersey means a lot.
Yeah. Well, no doubt jersey means a lot. But
And when it means a lot, everything come with. If it means a lot, everything will come with that, pal. You don't think so?
Kalaman does have tell me that. Look, if Kalaman tell me that, then I know how to understand that. But Kalaman don't tell me about it.
So you say if you don't mean a lot, get driving.
Get driving between.
Okay, that 1, 2, 3, 4. I
They
have
will
say.
dominate that. So who is that beating?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They have to be practical.
I'm glad
and
just in non-win jersey. Just in whether the states will be jersey or Corey. So switch it.
Well, so
We'll be looking at you, Kalaman, because we'll be looking at you.
Pala say look for you.
I look for you. I got close eye for you,
I
Kalaman.
say different. I want to say the dream when I say different.
What you say?
All man for themselves.
Oh,
If you and then come down,
No, what's wrong?
just all man for themselves.
Oh,
Make them war amongst themselves.
Pretty low?
Make them war for themselves, and who win it. Not decide that I will give you. If you think, then at least you look forward to something as you watch a race. Can you not say open it up? You know. That's the one way. Huh?
Kalaman,
So
yeah, you want to talk again.
So you
When I
decide.
go tomorrow, we go over the man and discuss this thing again, Kalaman.
Oh, everybody didn't talk.
Kalaman, yeah, Kalaman.
Everybody,
I think it was, but
the whole squad.
Justin.
I just feel that be good then if you send enough make them just like when we everybody are the same family
Pretty low?
and we play basketball, but when you go up on the court that for yourself and who win the game, you know. So guns done.
Yeah, go done, but he expressed to me that he told me today that look it over and then look at it and maybe have a different approach. And I told him of the approach we have in and he liked that too
Yeah.
as well.
But
you,
take that, no?
Mr. Gonzalo, I told him you have
So every time you move the paper,
every time you move, you get paper. You know.
every time you move, you have to be paper. So
And he
expensive.
can print for the registration. Because if 40 man come out and $10 a man 400 and it will 650. Always.
Yeah, that money.
Yeah. Mr. Gonzalo no way said where the registration pay for the entire race. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he needs help and he needs to look at it as well and make it just.
I would say
I told him they're going to do one race a month. Come back and do one race a month. And then you go find it and then you check where the help they come from.
make it breathe a little bit. Make it breathe a little bit. Relax, breathe a little bit.
Mr. Guns,
And
Mr.
then-
Guns have to be allowed to breathe after
Yeah,
that. After no longer 200.
Don't you?
Who
That's
got
why.
200?
Ray does have a lot of race fan spell.
I think so.
Ray does have a lot of race.
Yeah.
Ray does have a lot of race.
That's right.
Therefore-
Yeah, but I don't know if we can
Ray
have
Cat.
200 straight away.
I don't know, but Ray does have a lot of race. Because Ray does have
Usually race, no
a lot
doubt.
of race.
But I'm not sure if they got 200. I don't know if they got 200 deep. That's the only thing I will
Yeah.
say. So we are looking at, we are looking at the lower level.
Yeah.
Maybe the CFB could look at But we low people, like what
They say you make them buy coat. A lot of power.
Oh, me don't know poor, man. I mean, nobody listen to me.
But they say a lot of power.
They say nobody listen to me, Betty. Nobody listen to me. I make man buy coat. If me don't know, they don't listen to me. Who listen to me now then?
Nobody.
You have everybody Mr. Listen to Palace now?
But the media got a lot, you know, and media and this and medium too, where the cyclists and listen.
I just spoke my heart and my mind, and that's what the media they are for. They have to realize that.
Well,
the media they are for.
I make it very clear.
The media they are for point out your good and your bad.
Well,
you know media. Why everybody talk about your own good?
Why they you? I said the same thing. That how the system set up and how the federation decide to pick a road for a race, and that don't have nothing to do with. That have to do with each individual making a decision when they think best for them.
But this week I spoke to a couple of cyclists as well. I'm telling you, have on yourself in the predicament and the position that you will find yourself in today. Because if you take control on the federation from the start, then man kind of run around like that. You demand from them. If we don't get this, we know they can ride. If we don't get this, we need to do this.
But
after this, but the government and the trade unions right now,
let me ask some question, right? Because the road set the road at the same rate the road for something. The distance
70 miles.
70 miles, but through the same mountain.
Mountain bike, I think go by the end of
yeah. And so that but how the biker, the cyclists supposed to know that don't have nothing to blame you through a media to say I know my rider or what have we. That are just natural for any cyclist, and I say it again and repeat the same thing over and over. Any cyclist as an individual and decide whether for the best race they could ride and if they're in a condition. And when you don't know, you pick a route like that and a condition like that and a terrain like that, no care what. Some cyclists don't ride. I always see, right?
And National is the least attended races as well. That's what Mike far away back.
Yeah.
So
it is not wisdom for them to pick a terrain like that. And I said that. I want to tell you that.
Okay.
That's not wisdom to pick a terrain like that if the record and the status don't show that National now fully supported, right? And then the stats show that cyclists pick certain terrain when they feel better and comfortable with, right? Then why would you go different and pick a terrain like that? Then
let me tell them something as well, and watching viewers.
Tell no wisdom when they pick that terrain.
Belizean on a whole, Joe.
Not like the mountain.
No. We talk about Belizean.
Yeah.
Belizean. I think
we're not cyclists. Yeah.
Belizean and a whole. We are not nationalistic. We have a anthem to play. People still they talk and drink and they sit down and thing. Right. We genuinely do. We were raised bedridden in a nationalistic mode. You agree, man?
We respect the flag.
We respect flag and anthem, but we still they talk and no one knows. America, not about the Republic's thing.
Yeah.
With anthem playing a different story.
Yeah.
Nobody know the talk.
So your point,
I'm making that we are not nationalistic. So the national race doesn't mean what it should have meant to us. That's a way back at it about. You know me, Joe. You know I know me none too. Because everybody sitting themselves the right race, and then you get 10 prize and 15 prize. I think we raise with our mentality. What shall we get out of this? So in a national, how much prize you give out?
Nothing. Not much.
3 medal. How much shot? Per race. How much?
Yeah. For the under 20.
No. Per the race we enter.
Only one shot.
One shot. So everybody, we got that now. We don't back out. Boy, if 2 men in this race are better than me, more likely I don't have no shot for game.
So they're going to punish.
They're not going for the.
But we have to change that, man. Not
No, if you want to start, we have to change that. Let's go. But I'm telling you that not only cyclists believes and raised in a nationalistic thing bedroom we're
I
not.
think they since
They barely cry.
prestige they have on a national
They barely
jersey.
cry when they win. When we say win our anthem, our flag raise, they cry.
Yeah, but I think our cyclists in the prestige on it. They understand that. Huh?
If we make us with pride, then
They understand that, pal.
everybody might want to win the shot though. Is that then?
Huh?
Why for the last 10, 15 years nobody want to win the shot? Everybody no want to win the shot.
Yeah,
That because they're nationalistic, Joe. They
sure.
don't see that shot as important to them, Bedouin, as the shot should have been.
Well, you still have, man. I think it's different now. I believe it's different now.
Can't man, you still have not a last one about 30 man right nationals. You got a man right nationals, Joe. This is a Valentine. Some don't know how they get into that nonsense story that Palace convinced riders for boycott the nationals. How?
No,
How?
I think it's different. I think the cyclists, the present day cyclists, they understand the meaning of having on a jersey, and they understand that when they have on a jersey, they represent well. So it means to them, I believe.
You said they understand what it meant.
Yeah,
means.
they have on a national jersey.
So how did it not come out?
Well,
In the past 10 years.
of course. So everything that one factor, right? So let me finish.
Can you understand that it's important, but still doesn't see, but you still don't see the importance of the importance? Let me, you answer for me. You try.
No, what I'm saying is that I believe the current day cyclists, they fully understand that the national prestige race,
Procedure.
and if they have on the national jersey, it means a lot,
Commands.
and it commands a lot when you go represent outside
Okay.
for all the different categories. And so that is fully understood, I believe, over the last 2, 3, 4 years or more, that prestige. But what I'm saying is that the federation need to factor all that you says into play when they set the terrain and the course, because you're saying back then, right, that not much to give towards it, and Belize and a whole are not nationalistic, that would say.
But I'm telling
And
you,
then-
but back then the cheap price and now I say cheap price. So I know it's for the
Yeah, I understand. So you're correct. So to say all these things should have factor in, and they make the terrain more better terrain.
Well, I want to disagree a bit on that. If I bring it flat,
You might have more.
I thought they don't do it flat away when Justin win. They don't
want
want
to orange drop?
Yeah, go off 30, and 2 laps in a link up.
Yeah, let me have latter right.
But Joe, listen to when I talk.
Yes,
Joe.
man,
5 years I ride now. Because we are not nationalistic, Joe, and I got to learn the riders are no nationalistic veteran. They don't see that importance of riding that jersey. Joe, at age 53, I became national champ now, Masters national champ. You forget?
I'm gonna go there get recognized, right?
You recommend? Joe, when
Put it up front.
they put it up front when they see your jersey.
All right, that's why I say all cyclists, I believe they understand that no, pal. So I wouldn't knock them like that
I
too
think
much.
if they understand, the numbers would have been great
And I
throughout. But 2010,
I think
and between me, I know if you check the years going back, the numbers are dwindling down as well. So the numbers they go on.
well, I have
so,
to change it.
so I don't buy a watch that the Palace they tell people whether they try preach that the Palace they tell people for no ride. The numbers show
You're gonna factor.
the numbers
you
there.
pay a factor.
It dwindle down.
You pay a factor too, man. You pay a factor through the media. Can make sense to us, eh? Right? So you pay a factor,
But I don't know how do you train a nation to be nationalistic. How do you do it?
When nationalistic, pal. Maybe in a cycling it appear that way, but like when you go to a big international football match and so, my goodness, boy.
Believe?
Yes, man. The passion and even the basketball, right? So, but that's why I say I wouldn't knock my cyclist brothers. I think over the last couple of years, they have it that it means a lot to have on a jersey, and I think they understand it. So that just the federation, to me, at least this year, talk about, right? But they're not promote it, they're not set it up, and then
But we're not-
because they not do that, they did
But I not the federation.
I don't knock
I
there.
not the federation pan the.
I don't knock there. I don't knock there.
I not the federation pan the coast either. Remember, I not the federation pan. They're not having races for preparing for whatever they are right now national.
I did not.
The federation Jamaica are race of a cross country in the same area the Europa you plan for K race.
But like I said,
that way me federation is split hairs. What cooperation between cross country and Joe, how can you have nearly 10 weeks that the NEW don't have no race right within 10 weeks, Joe, and you are putting it in a hard course, Joe? That has to be.
That's why I said I know wisdom for the federation while preaching the same thing.
So my point to them is that if the races will help, Joe. Can they race?
Yes, and I'm help. So if you don't know how to race for them,
so you don't know how to race. So you're saying because you don't know how to race for them, the course will make it easier. What you say?
I just said the same thing when I said 3 weeks ago. That cyclists pick certain race to ride. All right, so when you know that difficult race,
so you're going to blame me.
I thought that's what I say. I say going back to the federation, they don't have my wisdom. I that my thing. You have my wisdom, but this is a standard practice for all cyclists.
Yeah.
That they pick certain terrain. And when the terrain get difficult, they feel and get less.
Yeah,
and then you don't say the factor is that national no got support. Then you still when pick a rough terrain. The worst are going down, and the worst don't make sense. You know that's just that.
If you're not nationalistic, I can see you going for 110 miles race or some miles race
anyway
in a mountain pipeline race.
Yeah, they don't pick the course, and I support your stuff. Make driving win. If you say no, we have to.
I don't know. Forget beliefs and forget nationalistic. I don't know that.
They don't, man. Right? They don't understand. I see that different. They
don't get it.
Yeah, they have it in a cyclist. In the cycling world. Yes, they have it. I just
wait. So
need to promote
this Sunday, come and support. We're in quick. To
yes, man.
Come back and then the fans will bus and ride.
And you say you say make driving minute.
I say make driving minute.
So
if it's that important, if it just doesn't mean anything to the William brothers in
you know me. I just said it doesn't mean that. That's why I say.
Kalman say his kids are not getting what the crowd is saying that you're getting.
I don't know that. You and Kalman haven't talked.
If you don't
personal conversation,
if you don't find that thing that really okay. Listen to me now again, Joe. If the remuneration is not there, that because he's not like come up with that thing and say, "Why Kalman son make a lot of money when they win their jersey?" No, who approve that? No, that they make a lot of money. We don't approve that, Joe. So in the absence of we not having proof, Kalaman make driving win his one out between. You think why I ask Kalaman is
like you and he have a
one you think why I ask my boy?
Boy me and Kalaman say no, my son have to win that. Why you tell him man? You tell him man nothing football? What? You are the man talk with you?
Yes, I'm going to meet up.
That's right.
Some people say that they might have to win and think.
Why is that, man? Yes, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, can man talk? Right to think on.
No, but serious no, that's just a joke. Look, the jersey mean a lot. Alright, when you have on your country jersey and you the national champ.
Yeah, when they was
the whole lot mean a lot. It come with a lot of perks.
So why driving?
It come with a lot of perks.
So why driving can't get the perks? Why driving can't get the perks? The driving now, G Flow. Kalaman coach the team. if there is perks,
you know, just tell me you win it. I can't. They put you up front when you gone. Right? They put you up front. That's privilege.
So
it have to get different.
So perks is there. Make driving get perks in.
No, it don't work like that.
That so much.
It don't work like that. We in our family, all we the brothers. You got 3 brothers in the house. You go play ball. All man for himself who win. If that way it come down to. But you know in a cyclist you say you don't designate a winner. You don't designate a winner. That's you one. I'll ask you. You said then I team.
I ride driving. No, who I ride with.
I'll ask you, man. The people want to know, the viewers want to know. You got a team
I
ride Sunday. Now, don't say how to be the person to win that. They will ask you.
No, I don't go. I beg. You beg. I beg my boy. I beg my boy.
That 4 strong man. 3 strong man.
4 just in the right though. Just in the right ball.
No. 4. Only 3 and the Chavna under 23.
Yeah, but Chav will beat them too in the rumble.
So
He can win the race.
So make them fight amongst themselves and I said, that'll be good.
That'll be a nice thing.
That'll be nice.
Fight too.
That'll be
But
nice.
I don't want to fight. I go there for my boy. I go there for Silverback. I go there for my boy.
Make you put down it.
Joe, quickly, we got similar thing again. GOB and trade unions. They find themselves in the same predicament with the whole, cycling and everything. The government is I've been asked for a raise. People want a raise, right?
Yeah.
The government is telling them, I can't give no 8.5% on one. Teachers and public service, I can't give, but I can give no 3.
What about the 5?
They say 5 is too much too. What about the government forget a 5% from forgive teachers, public servants? What about they get it from? But they got a notion, and they got a notion the teachers are public servants talk about. If you don't coordinate that, then you give it. If you check the teachers, when the teachers ask for nearly 65 million for the year now.
Fellas, I don't want to comment on this. I have good knowledge
I tell you
about it. But
I know where the teachers are. Where the teachers
yes, I know.
65 million every year. For
and I go that facts
for bringing up.
To bring up.
No, my question will be, where would the government get 65 million each year to alleviate that burden?
Well, I just may look on some simple knowledge. These are just simple knowledge. Is that it show that then guys need to curtail in a certain aspect, but I don't know if that can help then.
It could help, but I don't know if it could help.
Reaching.
It can't help that 65 though.
But like I said, I can't talk about something if I don't have knowledge or have a lot of facts about it and so. But I don't think the union leader is so unreasonable. So if then ask for something because they could see it possible, I just tell you.
Yeah.
If somebody asks for that, then they see it possible. If you know me, if that not me reality today, or it can't be a reality, I wouldn't think they ask for it. All right, but I said like I wouldn't want to come in to talk about something I don't have a lot of knowledge about it, no. But you have knowledge, share.
Yeah, but no, because I don't governments or politics. I don't. I know the.
Why, if you want to talk about politics, leave it is.
But I'm saying that I would like to public servant and teachers. We discuss this again today to so educated people.
Yeah.
Let us discuss where government the shortfall, where government mismanage, point out.
There's lot.
Point out to the government though. Okay, you spend 90 million last year for colonialism.
Well,
you can't give that 19 for that colonialism. I give you. You spend
so
rental. You spend. No, UDP made a smart little gesture that while UDP was in power, the rental was smaller than PUP.
The rental now. Good stats.
No, listen to me now. Our boss say no. Oh no, UDP. This is somebody help no UDP. Only supposed to make that everything because one of the opposition. Only need to keep the government between in check.
Jules is part right now the opposition, sir.
Jules
Vasquez. Sorry, Jules Vasquez at opposition. Sorry, no.
Okay,
you're not the opposition.
No, you want to me know Jules Vasquez should be the opposition.
I just say appear that way right now.
That's my point.
It just appear that way.
Right now. Get all things together. But let us come out to the but the recent if you withdraw too. Michael Burry did this and again.
All right, well, yeah, so things are happening. But like I say, by Palace, when it comes to that,
there has to be, Joe, there have to be a comprehensive talk, brethren, of how government they mismanage your shown, public servants, but that's just something about public servants, though. They're not like me for this year, too. When public servants only like hustle too. So on a 10 for only bring up certain thing. Here comes a rule, I'm telling you, well, say for public servants, lot of them hustle. Now, on like point finger at a government hustle because sometimes maybe government could point to back and say, hey, you may get a thing far away. You know? So
But this our part, I think everything have to stop. And the Belize, we not small nation progress. The whole PUDP where people, and we use the term now that you have to stop and have to change and do things better. All right, the Bible tells us without a vision,
people perish.
And people perish, a nation and perish. And to me, they don't have no vision. They go in and do the same thing over and over and use the same
Red and blue.
Red and blue. And so
Okay.
you know, perish like that. And I said this, I remember I said this on a show, this is a real talk show, right? This country need a leader, right? We have vision. And once they give a vision based upon the Bible, people join the vision and follow after the vision. You know, fight against the vision. But because none of them have a vision, we perish, pal. All right? And so the PUDP politics have to stop. I pray that we have leaders who come up with a vision of people where the people could join and not fight against the vision.
Yeah.
You know, one of the way I see it, Palace, for this country
Go forward.
Right? Is that the we country have tourism, one income earner, right? Agriculture could be a great income earner, right? And industry, like factory. Why a leader not raise up? We look at then three factors for the Belizean people and the country earn money. All right? These are three factors. So I need a leader where I use tourism, agriculture, and industry. And they make them be an earner for the country. And why we have less than 1 million people, but the whole country and most of the Belizean people still suffer. If you have less than 1 million people, right? Then you put that into family and you invest in factories, tourism, and industry, and allow families to be part of it, right? Then will take care of each other. Will that be a better country?
When they go forward, agree to. When they go forward, PUP the thief and UDP the thief.
In the
world.
So I'm saying to you, we need a leader where have a so much as plan, right? I use my then 3 ways of income earner, right? And if you got less than 400 people in our country, right? You say the Joseph family, where be the Joseph family, say the Joseph family comprises of so much people. You go in a tourism and they give you money for getting a tourism. I say I go in agriculture and they give me so much farm and my whole clan and relative week and they invest in a week and you give them so everybody down stake.
You realize that whole week you say don't happen.
Don't happen with
Just got into
no, that don't happen.
You got to communism.
That don't happen.
The family, the whole country, the family is not for people.
That don't happen.
That
don't happen.
Yes.
The thing decide to make Belize and
we are eat. That we will know that we are eat. That is it. That don't happen to we use it.
No.
So it happen the correct way, but that don't happen.
That will make the whole country be involved. The whole country be involved.
No, that's different.
Right? The whole country be involved.
Okay.
Why should we poor? We have wealth untold.
I was going to feel last week.
Why should we be? Why should we? Because we have system when not work. You understand?
Joe,
you have system.
Alcohol before COVID, I'm 150. Lysol, I'm $10 or $11.
Yeah.
After COVID, Lysol doubled to $22. Alcohol got $4. COVID don't gone. you think that the price will drop back for like so price will drop back
so
alcohol price? No, who have been for this now?
that this way the system set up, Paras. The way how the system set up is set up for certain people benefit. The Belizean people can take
then people own big stores. Then it's support government.
The system just needs to change, Paras. The system just needs to change.
A bad system. When you talk about need for change, I do. I'm going 60 years.
We need
family to grow up. The systems and so. I personally draw me. I kind of leave them the kind of old for try myself. What about change the system? Me, Palace?
No, we can't change the system. We are saying that we need leaders. Our country and we need our leaders with vision. When the people in the entire country are joining the vision, you understand? And that system where they work, where set up on both sides, make no sense and we can't go nowhere. You understand?
Okay.
If you ask right now, what are the vision for this for Belize right now and the leadership, the government we're in? What are the vision of me and you and join? And so we're going to reach it. And we could see that vision. Huh? And if you ask a leader, waiting, what are the vision? Huh? What are the vision? What are the vision for the country that we could say we are join the vision?
One on one case.
Yeah.
One on one this.
Yeah. What be Belizean in the next 20 years?
20 years, yeah.
You know who no bad man, enough respect to Mala. Mala in a elite circle try and push.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
You need a lot of malas, though.
You don't need malas.
Yes, man,
you just need one leader.
If you got one mala,
let me
at 25.
Let me look at this, right? You got me kind of like Carl. I know I can't show. You got me with come and come for we senior man, right? And say, how you do this? We thought the street paved for you personal ballet. He said, yes, man. He said, I like cities. You think I could do this for the city? Mm-hmm. Man said, yes. We ballet say yes. Mm-hmm. And a man carried to the city. And the people join the vision and the impact and people love him. So the same thing, a good leader. So the same thing we need right now for the next whosoever in a leader and waiting, right?
That problem with that.
Dry that vision where you say, I believe that I be stakeholder. Right? And we got 3 revenue earners.
Because it is
agriculture. No, I know dream agriculture.
Yes, man.
Tourism.
You can dream
industry.
You can dream to it.
And if you know that leader, I begin the vision waiting. What I vision I have religions stakeholder.
What is it? Dream.
Yeah. Well, until not punish them. My body said, I have a dream.
Yeah.
Right?
He died in the dream, so?
Died, the dream come to reality.
How long after, boy?
Yeah. So I said on the Real Talk show, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, I don't know where progress.
Leaders.
But you agree what I say makes sense?
Part of it.
Well, no part don't make sense. But as far as why we punish, we got less than 500 people. So all Belizeans supposed to be a stakeholder and make a move forward.
Okay.
In an entry industry.
You know why
revenue earner.
You know why I believe what you say? Because
you know happy in thief.
Because I don't know it.
Because there are no leaders, because what I'm saying to you,
I don't know.
Remember what I just said. You need a new leader to rise up. Look what I'm saying. I don't know the guy. I have my work. The guy that Africa about 2 years. 2 years. This 2 years my work. Man, they talk about this guy. No, an African leader. But beside the next thing beside that.
He ain't no man. Abraham Torres, man. He's a president of Minister
When he rise up and he change the system, he change that everybody. All right, so you tell me how it's dream. I got some. That's why I rise up.
Okay.
Anyway, but back to your question with the union and the system. My answer, like I said, I don't know, so I can't talk about something I know. But the union and leaders and then the unite, so they must have a reason why. They wouldn't be unreasonable after something.
I would think so. They do it. I think they do it, Joe. The teachers and the public servants need to raise their own. They own it, but do they own it so long, Joe? Red own it or blue own it? Nobody seems to. No, the problem I got, Joe, with politics is that red me own it, Joe, and then red they tell blue for paying. When red never paying. So and then when blue make the blue tell red when me they pay and when blue get no blue no pay. The same problem. That's why you believe you dream.
Balas, you could say
you have to come and tell him for pay and when you no pay the man. That's the situation. When you meet him,
I regret reality if you do then.
When you meet him, Joe, you never get the man. You don't pay the farmer. You they know, and you don't pay the farmer with the farmer Joe.
Because I was seeing the way they pay.
And the crowd whenever they tell you for pay the farmer, and the thing swing, and this crowd will tell you he get these, and the rest.
That's why I tell you I have to change, Palace.
Okay, so we'll buy that one whole system.
But you know, we don't have nobody that show leadership. The last 15 years, you could say that.
Okay.
If you ask the people, what are the vision? What are the vision? Anyway, a people or any country without a vision, a perish. You know that?
Yes, sir.
So me, I can't say no perish, pal.
Can you read the Bible? So can you say okay? Can you say what? We're going to church now.
You could do it. What's that?
Can you?
Okay.
It's a good church.
Yeah, we could.
That's okay. We go to church. Quickly, Iran, Israel, America bomb out.
The man said 2 weeks, but the man got back right away.
He bomb out Iran for Israel. And then one ceasefire. Nick, Israel hurry drop some bomb before they were see right behind the Middle yeah, big war with the same thing. They have big countries though. One ceasefire done they call.
How do you think?
Go bomb before this. Oh, yeah, so that Joe, when you hear the big man who do it to Joe.
When I'm smiling, I song and say, "Oh, are stupid and people foolish."
Why want old lady bad?
And I heard the heart of people crying. You remember that song?
Yeah. Old lady boy about 90 boy, yeah, good speech Joe. As my friend now played anything. He said, "What boy is so foolish, boy?" He said, "On those kill each other." He said, "You the killer one. You have to know." You're the killer out there. Okay, stupid, Joe. Yeah. When I gain from the Joe?
The world, man. It's living in a world. Who said the world is fair?
And you shall make a study, Kenny. I blame you, Kenny. You shall make a study Israel role in the Bible.
Well, one of these ever touch it.
Okay, we have to touch it. I want to. My question will be to me, to you. Is God with this Israel? God was with Israel, but I want you that this Israel, I'm afraid, because this Israel know that acknowledge God. I don't even know that.
Israel have never
this Israel.
Anyway, when I study it and then
bring back up. Some people ask me too. They say, Jonah, answer the question, so they look for you too.
Yeah.
Is this Israel the Israel that the Bible speaks about? You are there for me?
Yeah.
Next 2 weeks, we'll have a show. Give me in July. In July next month. Yeah, so give me a link because that's why you speak.
Because what I could say,
church, Kenny.
Yeah, what I could say is that based upon history, based upon Bible, right, and based upon present time, is that no care what God no change, right, and God have always
never change
from day one have a covenant, right, with Israel, right, with Israel.
Yes.
But who is Israel? Who am Israel? Israel, remember Jacob, he was Israel.
Yeah,
And so
originally.
from the tribe of Jacob, those are the people of Israel. All right, but we have to understand that because God have a covenant with Israel, right? God decided to raise up a new generation because Israel never did recognize God, and God decided to raise up a new generation, which is us, the Gentiles,
Gentiles. I know,
right? Because Israel never did recognize God the way they should. You understand? And so the Jews still continue to look for a sign.
Of a Messiah.
Yeah, of a Messiah. That's why you
don't
get
go.
confused.
You don't go.
That's why you get confused that the Israel today no recognize God, because the Bible tells me they look for a sign, and the Gentiles still they look for
we don't know Messiah.
Yes, but some Gentiles still they look for philosophies and education and this, and then that just the simplicity of the gospel. All right?
We were discussing some brothers,
yeah.
The Bible is also clear, Joe, on Israel boundaries.
Yes, sir.
And they're saying that this Israel, the go outside of the boundaries of God,
yeah.
So we are getting into it again.
But biblical, what I'm saying to you is that while you personally, they understand that this Israel, then they far from their behavior godly, right? Remember, always remember that God have always keep a covenant with them.
And you are saying that no matter how Israel
God go against the word.
No matter how this Israel go, this Israel, no matter how Israel go on, the covenant, God still have covenant with Israel.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be that because they don't show that they ain't God fearing or they know God. It don't mean that they don't know Israel.
Yeah.
Because
I have a covenant there.
Scripture said that they still look for sign.
Yeah, still look for a sign.
Coming up for Messiah.
Yeah. So that and we could give more scripture, but what I could tell you right clearly is that I'll tell you this, right?
But I can make sure Israel part of the why?
Yeah.
Because the Messiah born in Israel, basically. What's born?
What's that
born? Somebody tell her we look for Messiah.
But
and they tell me in a history.
But I didn't kill her. I didn't say kill her.
and the Messiah born, I believe. Are you telling me I start looking for Messiah?
That didn't say kill her. That didn't say kill her. That didn't still. The same Israel.
Crucify
right? Yeah, say crucify. But so I can give this history before I go, right? And show
Kenny,
the Bible.
You get nice deep.
Yeah, tell Kenny. Yeah. And let's tell you something back from mine. When God decided to have Israel, right? Abraham, right? Anyway, make a left that. Now, next thing, we're going too deep.
Finale. Kenny, what do I know? NBA. My team. Well, my pick.
Your pick.
What do you want to say? 70% of the number one team wins finals. Right?
Yeah, so I got OKC. But
did you think that Halliburton injury made a difference? They were in it before he got hurt.
No, you know me. Watch again. I think so. Halliburton dropped 3-pointer before he got hurt. That's got momentum.
So I thought they were in it before he got hurt.
Yes, yeah, they were in it.
So I don't know if for say that they would have been better with him.
Christian Mark,
But Indiana surprised me as well. I don't think so. Indiana, guys, team and the Kerala symbol. I'm say 4-1.
No, I tell you, Fanland, come on, Palace. I know the game. I tell you, Palace, Indiana, Guinea run.
Yeah, but of course,
because the coach more, veteran coach and more sharp than his coach.
No, this is young brother. Yeah. The coach. Okay, see, he gained a lot of momentum now, not right?
Yeah.
Experience.
But this is the most low rating NBA championship ever, Palace.
Yeah, Vegas said. Because the teams are not from the
big
market teams. That's
yeah.
But you say let's watch finals.
Yeah, but
before it was the Denver. Because the Denver not big team, yeah.
Denver rating me bigger than this though.
But Denver we really high and then say what Denver was the least
rating,
tell them no.
Yeah, so the ratings dropped by the rating The rate
Kevin
went up
Durant,
big time.
Ghana, Houston. We go to bad trade. And then I go to the boy, a young man.
Jay Green.
Green, and I go Green for he just like
Yeah,
LeBron
yeah.
to mine. They go play good with the all. It's susceptible to get hurt.
Yeah.
Green young veteran. I know give up youth for all.
The NBA they change, oh.
They don't have new face at NBA. LeBron James still old LeBron James still continue to be the face at NBA. When does that change? You think Shea could get it? They say Ant-Man not get it, but
Man, yeah, man.
Ant-Man not get it.
Yeah.
But Shea, they must not get Shea, you think?
You have to be obvious with like you just have to be natural, like you just have to be natural and LeBron will still be the face, LeBron, Steph Curry and him.
No sad as in bad, but you
Yeah.
are 40 hours.
Yeah, it don't reach your age.
Still the face at NBA.
Yeah.
Nobody can pick up the slack.
Yeah.
I'm told you.
Yeah.
That's how I can't shit now. When I can't shit name, somebody's because you call it professional shit.
I just not a word that I use. I just not a word.
Well, if I would call it professional shit, what you go to amateur boat there?
Yeah, that's not a
Well,
word.
I don't know. Get out.
How much person has signed up to your knowledge for that's Sunday the race? right?
Sunday, I think, and not
You know there?
no, I got commitment. And not 25, I say.
And not 25?
Under 30. Yeah, they list between.
Well, we got good lead turn for the time.
Who are I Balmira winning? Who are I
Did you?
winning? No, the next one.
Balmain?
Oscar. Oscar last year, they call Mr. last year. Oscar whole team na red.
Yeah.
Only
Then I write Sunday?
no, but they didn't reach the man. But the man get discouraged when they said it because I don't know big ball one right. And we know not sure it.
Yeah.
Maybe not red. Now also the time travel can maybe the thing I start that trouble.
I do good for time travel. Respect though.
We're gonna see.
Career for that time travel.
No,
Was
best-
it got to start it?
Best time travel. And the man actually man.
You know the history of the Belize history of time travel?
I beat them, but he train the discipline to be trained.
Nice.
You know, train the discipline.
Respect Mr. Curry
You see the gap there?
for being
That was the closest man
Yeah.
called the Korean time travel. Oscar Kyrgios.
yeah.
All them man, they decided to beat man 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah,
They beat them well. As good as we two boy good. Jive and travel, but they don't practice the discipline. So bad look.
yeah.
They don't practice that. Jive and champ time travel better when the time when they do. They could be better that.
Yeah,
They
but
don't do that.
good, but respect to Curry, by respect Curry.
Have to get on the
Bless.
Salute. Can't beat, you know.
Salute.
You must practice the discipline there. You want feel better.
But he got
I know.
everything though when it check he got everything to make that really
You got the bad
it
too.
works.
You got the bad. You got to say if you don't
You
better.
find out it works, okay.
Yeah, but if you don't batter, and you got the equipment too. Any man that turn road bike into time travel bike, you waste time. I don't tell you already. A road bike is not a time travel bike.
Yeah.
You think to them. You say though, last word to make a road.
But
Okay.
my last word is that enough respect, and I once again for the third time salute Mr. Corey Williams. Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Williams and that time trial that was impressive.
And I must say quick job.
Respect to that.
Quick part. When they do 10 miles last year, people complain and say, hey, they cut the shot because Corey can't go long. He got long.
Yeah, so salute to the defending national champ.
He defended champ. He defended
Yeah,
title.
and then I know when I start to show your give respect, and I just want my last word respect to the AKA Ghost Rider, Mr. Roque Matos, my good business friend and
Oregon.
cyclist. He continue travel our part.
Oregon.
He feel comfortable and he and the teammate ne win a stage or
They got 24 seconds.
21 seconds. So respect to Burns and Mr. Roque. With that said, Belize, remember, good news, God love you, and I thank my family and I give them love and respect every time. Bless. I'm the last word I did.
Can you say?
Huh?
No, Capital quick. All the time, can you say, oh Lord, we went to church. The guy again. Like example, sponsors, Canada Bike Shop, Canada Bike Shop in Port Loyola and Malon Castillo. Best cuts is meat. We look for meat, Joe. Because Malon Castillo Bike Shop at the Palestinian.
When I put the meat,
Well, yeah,
when
I'm being for
that's it.
Facebook. I'm being for this for the I'll get it. Malon Castillo Beach Up, the best cuts in meats in Belize at Finnegan Market and West Calais Canal. Until next week, folks, this weekend, the National World Championship, go out and support the race. We're in quick out there signing by the West. Support the guys there. Next week, we got the results of the race, blah, blah, blah. Until next week, God willing, we'll be here. Peace out.
But just before peace out, remember I call me the dreamer? So I better not go dream through it. Stay home. That's the last word. Belize,
No,
God love you.